11 or a 10?
All right. Well, we should be live, folks. We have one person down tonight who might be joining us here in just a little bit. That'd be Oak. But otherwise, we're back to our Werewolf 20th anniversary edition. No background music this time, so we'll see how the sound levels out or not. I noticed that a lot of the YouTube ones just can't seem to get the background sound right, and it's either too loud or you can't hear it at all. So we're just going to go without. See how that goes. It's been a long time since we've been back to the regular game in this. Last time we played a couple weeks ago was an interlude scene where we found out a little bit more about the workings of the cursed paper shredder slash binder. But tonight we're going to pick up where we left off several months ago. Where your group is still at the party scene. The town's, just call him mafia boss. His daughter is in stable condition at the hospital after having ingested some kind of poisons. You have a guest that's being interrogated. Some of the special forces monster hunter guys doing the interrogation, trying to figure out what it was for one, and what it wanted for number two. And if you guys don't remember that, it was left with undecided as to what the thing is, but it's definitely a thing, as it has no stimulus when it is being tortured, including iris response or any of that, which Connor was able to verify as they were doing it. The idea was that it's either something is in a real human body but overriding all of its physical conditioning, or it is a created thing. Either way, it's nothing more than a mouthpiece for a new player in town. Anyone remember who the new player is?
Someone calling themselves Rasputin.
Rasputin.
Yeah, Rasputin.
So someone calling themselves Rasputin and delivered a message to you, which you have 48 hours to decide if you're going to listen to the mouthpiece or not. I think there was also some digging going around that you found out that Cat's, is it uncle? Is it your uncle, or is it further back in your lineage than uncle?
The one that the immediate contact is Kat's uncle.
Yes.
Her mother's half brother.
Okay. Yeah. Well, so this is Graham's husband, the Nefandis. You kind of figured out that
that's way further back.
Yeah. Okay. So you found out that him accepting the powers of some unknown entity, which transferred him into this state that he's in now, was because he was trying to get out underneath a worse condition, which potentially he was a thrall to this new player. That was something you guys had dug out. But all of that was interrupted from a shot outside right after Nicole, the other hunter that's in town, was asking you about what other hunter is here. Does that other hunter know that the demon has protection, that he's not to be touched? And then high-powered rifle goes off outside after one of Odin's men say, "Oh yeah, your other hunter's on the rooftop next door. I thought it'd be fine because he's not after any of you guys." And that's where we ended last time.
This is why you need to communicate.
This is just...
Yeah, nobody roped him into comms or anything else. So...
Cat tried. He just doesn't apparently take comms. Cat was going to rig up a trench radio for him, because that's obviously, like, old, and he gave a date on technology after that. Somehow the demon can track it. The Cat's like, okay, we'll just make a trench radio. Then we'll at least be able to talk to him. And yeah, that didn't happen.
No. Well, that did
hold of him at the hotel, and apparently he wasn't there. Yeah.
Yeah. And you just moments ago found out that, oh, he's on a sniper's nest across the street.
And then Cat went, oh shit. And then we heard a high-powered rifle shot.
Yeah. So we're gonna pick up there. You guys hear one high-powered rifle shot.
Well, let's go check on that.
Okay, who's going out? Okay, so let's set the scene a bit more. It's really late slash early in the morning after the party is played out. The demon slash singer of the stage band that was playing tonight did you guys a solid by basically calming and enthralling the crowd so that everybody is just going to remember pleasant evening, and everyone went away being fairly happy and not knowing that a lot of stuff went down in the background. So it's late. That was a high-powered rifle shot from outside. The police were sort of bought off to stay away tonight because there was going to be a lot of underage drinking. But a gunshot is kind of outside of that scope. That might very well bring police in.
That's going to be a hard ask.
Maybe someone was just shooting a bear.
Well, it is Alaska in a fairly small town where there is wild intrusion, that's for sure. But still,
It's
there's the
still within
worry.
city limits. You have to call someone to come and shoot the bear.
Yeah.
All right, I'll go out and check.
All right. So who's going outside to check?
I'm going to poke, Connor will poke his head out the door.
Okay. Connor, you poke your head at the door, and the singer is kind of doubled over with his trench coat kind of down, but he's squatting, looking at something on the ground. You can't tell if he's hurt or not, but he doesn't seem like it. It looks like he's examining something on the ground.
Everything okay?
He turns around, gives you kind of a roguish grin, and then kind of looks over to the rooftop across the street and kind of calls out, "Is that all of them?" And you hear the familiar voice ringing out saying, "It's the only one I saw. Is everyone good?" Singer turns back to you. Yeah, I think so. Although I don't think that you probably want this to be seen by anyone else. And he kind of turns aside a little bit, and there's some kind of six-legged creature with wings. It's got a very human head on it, though, with a
that
bullet
is
hole right through the forehead.
That is gross. What is it?
I poked my head out. Did they get the? That's not a bear.
You have no idea what this thing is.
Cat's coming out.
Look.
She's pumping out. She's going like, "Oh no, we're going to have to make peace with." Wait, he's not dead.
Yep, he's actually pulling out a very fancy cigarette case, pulls out a French cigarette, lights it with a very looking like a solid silver, perhaps platinum lighter. And he just kind of looks at everybody and says, "Hey, your friend's a good shot. I think that was probably intended for me, though."
Cat's just gonna.
Honestly, probably.
Cat, hold on. Cat's looking at this thing. Is it the kind of thing that the little bit of occult knowledge she's gained in the 2 points of occult might let her identify from Granny's journals?
Give me a roll. This is difficult, though. You have certain knowledge for it, not just occult. So I'm going to look for sevens here.
Sevens.
The more
okay.
the more successes you get, the more that you'll understand from this. You guys do hear a siren in the distance, and your demon hunter is coming out from the lobby of the building next door. He has his pull cue in the case slung over his back. And he's calmly walking towards everybody.
She did. I did spend the willpower on it, so I lost that point of willpower, and it ultimately comes out to still nothing. But at least not a
no
botch.
idea. Singer / demon looks up at you though, Cat, and says, "Oh yeah, I'd be confused too, but that's obviously a homunculus. It's made from the blood of some wizard or other. It was probably just having eyes on the place." And he looks up as the demon hunter starts walking across. He's like, "Ah, what do you go by these days? Is it still Gerald?" And he's just got this like shit-eating grin on his face. The demon hunter does not look amused. And he's like, another time, I guess. We're not done. Well, talk it over with your friends. I'm glad to have a chat anytime you're more amenable to it. It doesn't have to be this way. Tips his hat and takes a puff from a cigarette and just starts walking down the street. That siren's getting louder, and there is an unexplainable creature bleeding out on the walkway here. It is quite dead, but still bleeding out on the walkway here.
Are we close to that sewer grate that was cut through? The storm drain grate, rather, that was cut through?
Close enough. You could carry the thing away and chuck it down. You want to do that?
It's Kat. She's in Glapro.
Sure. The problem being is there is a large pool of blood beneath it as you pick the thing up and go over to the drain cover and you toss it down. But there's definitely a pool of blood that looks very human. And it dripped into the alley where you dropped it down as well. You figure you don't have maybe a minute before the police arrive by the sounds of that siren.
Are there any things of cranberry stuff of the drinks? Like or I don't know,
I mean, do we want to make
a sizable pool of blood?
Do we want to make it not traceable, or do we want to just make it disappear?
If we could just make it go away, that would be the easiest. I mean, we don't have time to talk about. But at least, I don't know how to hide blood. Wait, we have professionals here. We have professionals who know what they're doing here.
Oh, you want the security guards up? Sure. One of One Eye's men comes over, sees the situation, hears the police. He's like, can't cover it up, but we can do this. He basically goes back inside for a big bottle of Clorox.
Yup.
Just pours it all into the bleach. It's like, who's to say it wasn't a bear now?
Mm-hmm. Fair enough.
And about that time, he quickly chucks the Clorox bottle back into the clubhouse. And it's like, I wouldn't let them check out the inside of the warehouse, by the way, without a warrant. He turns around and you hear him lock the doors behind him.
And make sure the doors are locked and make sure they can't see inside.
Okay. So Slumber, Connor, you're still inside, and you do that. From outside, you see 2 patrol cars come up. One of them the passenger sides of both cars open up, and 2 officers have high-powered rifles trained on the situation. And from the megaphone on the police cars, come on. And it's like, there's reports of a gunshot over here. Everybody show me your hands, please. Hands in the air, everyone. You notice that Demon Hunter dude, mysteriously, his pool stick case is gone. And he puts his hands in the air as well. So it's Kat, Demon Slayer, Nick, and who else? I guess that's it, because everyone else went inside and closed the door. Right. When everybody's hands are in the air, the driver's side doors open up. They're covered by their companions, and they come out, and they're just like, okay, they come out and they frisk each of you. Kat, I don't believe you ever carry weapons on you at all anyway.
Oh, yeah, no, Kat is the weapon.
Yeah, Ray, so Mikhail, how about yourself?
I do not think that I carry weapons. I believe in the power of friendship.
Okay. So you guys are patted down quickly. They're having a bit more problems with Mr. Demon Slayer. And the guy's like 5, 6, 7, as he keeps pulling blades out from the guy's coat, from his person. He goes down to his boots, 9, 10.
Oh,
not again.
I lean over to Kat and I whisper, I don't remember. Is weed legal here or no?
It's
As long
The
as you're not trying
the
to sell
guy
it.
with the license to sell recreational marijuana has forgotten whether it's
My
Mikhail,
my
you don't
license my
decrease how
license
much
is
you
in a
dip
different
and
zip code.
So the officer now calls one of his friends over to continue patting down the demon slayer. And after they've significantly pulled out a large number of different looking knives, they just ask him, "Is there any more?" He's like, yeah. See see that little ring on the top of my jacket there? It just keep pull, yeah, just keep pulling." In a very, it's a sword, but the blade is like thin enough that it's able to kind of conform to the back of his jacket. So they pull out a sword
so they
from his jacket and lay it on the ground.
an actual dueling foil. And Cat's just sitting here like, that's like stuff from the fanfic I used to write.
I start clapping. Bravo, bravo. Another magic trick, please.
They're like, well, sir, I would ask why you're carrying all of these, but honestly, it's none of my business. As he quickly looks over to see if any of them have blood on them, which they don't. But would somebody care to explain the gunshot and the pool of blood over there? Which one of the officers is already roping off like a potential crime scene.
There was a bear.
A bear.
Big, very big bear. Was trying to get in the garbage, and we scared it away with a gunshot.
Mikhail, give me
Yes.
give me one of my luck checks, which has nothing to do with this system. Just say high or low and roll me a D100.
Higher. Okay. High. What's the? How
It's
do I
always
do
high with you.
Yeah, it is. How do I do a D100?
Slash R D100.
Yeah, /R
R-
space 1D100.
1D100. Okay.
All right,
Hey.
can't get
And
much higher
high
than
as
that.
usual.
One of the cops recognizes you. He's like, hey guys, let me have a talk with this guy real quick. It's one of the cops that are on the take, Mikhail. You've seen him come in to get paid by your boss every now and then. And
Okay.
he's kind of scratching the back of his head. He's like, Mikhail, right? Hey, look, your boss paid off a lot of folks to stay out of this area tonight, but these guys that are with me, they're not part of that. You want to give me something reasonable to explain this off here so neither one of us get in trouble from your boss?
But of course, it was a bear.
Bear's not going to cut it, Mikhail. He's like, that's a pretty significant pile of blood, but not enough for a bear. Where's the corpse?
We didn't kill it. We shot it in hindquarters and it ran away.
Right. Okay. All right. Good enough. Yeah, look, they're gonna call crime scene folks up here. So is that gonna hit as something other than animal blood?
I think real hard about that.
Okay.
Well,
do
it
you
is-
have any points in, what would that be? Either medicine or larceny?
Nope. I have no points in medicine or larceny.
Okay, so you won't know for sure even with a good roll, but you
Okay.
can go ahead and make me an intelligence roll flat out.
Okay.
It's only like a 5, but you won't be sure. This is just like,
Okay. Well,
just basing it off what television you've watched.
here's what I'm gonna say. So first of all, where are my what is it I spend? I spend a willpower, right?
Yes, willpower
okay.
for success. Yep.
I'm gonna spend a willpower for success, for one guaranteed success, and I'm going to say to him,
Okay. It's one success. Go ahead.
I'm gonna say to him, I can guarantee it will not come back as human.
Okay. And with the one success, as far as you know, with the bleach added in, they won't be able to tell. They'll be able to tell it's red blood cells, so it's a mammal of some sort. But with the DNA corroded by the Clorox, probably not. But that's from watching a lot of Miami Vice.
Yes. My favorite American TV show.
Yep. All right. Hey, fellas, look, apparently it was one of them big bears that we've been hearing about. They got a good shot on it, but it got out of here. One of them says, well, there's a blood trail going into the alley over there. Say, all right, look, we'll rope off the scene and let's just get the evidence collectors over here. We'll figure it out. Guys, we're gonna have to detain you here just until we find out if this is human blood or not.
I give him a big smile. No problem, comrade.
Okay. Doesn't take them long. And they do actually have a fairly competent team come out, pull out the aluminum zoosite kits, break out the test tubes. They're like, they huddle for a little bit and talk. One of them comes over, same one that talked to you, Mikhail, and says, yeah, it's pretty obvious that somebody denatured everything with Clorox. I told them that you guys are trying to clean it up as we were coming in. I don't know for sure that it was bought, but that's what's going to go down on the police record. So, sir, can you please tell me, and loud enough for the others to hear, an address that we can contact you at, please? And he goes through, he doesn't actually, he just writes down some random stuff as he asks each of you for a contact information. Of course, don't leave town, please, until we've done a thorough investigation here. But no body, no conclusive evidence. We're going to just let you go for the night. Is everyone sober enough to get home? Should we call you rides?
I'm good to drive.
Right. One cop is still looking really uneasy at the pile of knives on the ground in front of the one guy. He's like, we could
He's
just
a
let these guys
collector.
go.
It's technically not illegal.
If you had to arrest every time you killed every time you shot at a bear or a wild animal, and you had to arrest or detain people, you know how big your jail would need to be. I mean, come on.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine. Just don't leave town. There may be questions later. Have a good night, folks.
Thank you, and watch out for that bear.
Yeah,
One of the
it's gonna
officers
be
is
real
using
angry.
his like mag light to look at the trail that's going down the alley. And he just kind of mumbles to himself. It's like first time I've seen a bear go down a sewer drain.
Oh, do you want to go down and find out?
All right, Oak's here. Let me get him into the session. Give me just a second.
Good. Our person who's good at larceny.
Yeah. All right.
Let me guess. He's been making himself scarce.
I mean, I was busy cleaning up any evidence if they decided to go inside.
Oh, you're good.
All right, give me just a minute, Oak. I'm getting you in the screen here. Fill them in, guys, while I do this.
So you know how we thought that the singer got shot? Well, it was some sort of weird six-legged, winged, human-faced thing that actually got shot by our demon slayer, and it has been stuffed down the sewer. But because a high-powered rifle was fired within city limits, the cops did show up, and at the moment, that is, we have been questioned. Thankfully, at least one of the cops was on the take, which has made things easier, but the problem is that Cat's way of disposing of it was to stuff the thing down the sewer drain that had been filed through previously, or melted through, actually. Because, well, storm drain, I believe it was actually, storm drain. And one of the cops has noticed that I've never seen a bear go down a storm drain, is the last thing we just heard from them. And, yeah.
Now you opened up with human face thing. I'm concerned about that because we're all human face things as well.
Like homunculus, I believe.
So Tyr is still inside of the warehouse / dance club. Everyone else, other than Odin's guys and a few other folks are here. All the party goers have long since gone. Uh, one of the security guys had closed the door so that the police wouldn't come in to look at the place without a warrant. The rest of these guys are outside talking to the police. But now, as you come up and you look through the windows, the police are leaving with the admonition that they should not leave town. All right, police are gone. The evidence collecting guys are gone as well. They did take a lot of blood samples. They took a lot of pictures of the area, including the storm drain. But nobody went down it.
All right. Storm drain. Well, I'm glad I didn't drag it anywhere. I didn't drag it somewhere more obvious.
I mean, if I was a bear and I was shot with a high-powered rifle, I would crawl down sewer drain if it was available to me.
I mean, black bears are basically oversized raccoons, according to what I see in my YouTube feed.
Exactly.
So
Trash pandas.
No, not even just trash bear.
I thought they were related to pigs, actually.
honestly, I think it would have been easier if he'd said like it was a pig that got shot, but
So man, bear, pig.
oh god. Anyhow, so I'm going to have to go down the other entrance that we had and keep moving this body because I have a sneaking suspicion that we do not want the local police knowing about whatever the fuck. Plus, if I can get it out to wherever the outflow is, they'll think that it just went down that and is now escaped into the wild.
I mean,
Maybe.
if we really needed to convince them, I'll roll around in some blood and I'll turn into a wolf first, and I'll roll around in some blood and I'll have a couple sightings. I mean, I won't be bear, but I won't let anyone see me.
I mean,
Do we need to go
big
do we
enough to be
Do we need to go
considered.
that far? Do you think they bought it?
No.
I think no.
Okay. So there's how much blood? I know we started cleaning it. Is there still like a lot of blood on the ground?
Yes.
Okay.
And it's now a crime scene and we can't poke it.
Yeah, there is police tape up around it.
Right. But are there police?
No, they've left.
Okay.
Okay. You could, if you want to roll around in blood, you can roll around in the blood in the storm drain.
Good news, by the by, because of this whole party thing, the cameras around here had already all been dealt with too.
Mhm.
Except for my. Hold on, I just have a hard drive. I just have a hard drive. I have to go set an electromagnet on top of.
Actually, Koa, do you have any blood bags by chance? Connor, why did I say Koa? Connor.
Because that is someone who was with us that named that before.
That is Connor, Koa. They're pretty close. Connor, do you have any blood bags with you?
They can be blood bags. It's
You
mostly
actually set
saline.
up a full EMT station for this, so I'm going to say yes.
Can you bring one and meet me out back?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna put on a ruse. My plan is cover myself in blood on my hindquarters
Mhm.
and just run around town in my wolf form to have a couple of sightings so that the police actually hear about a bloodied wild animal.
Okay, sure.
Make sure you go down the storm drain and come out somewhere else that it connects to first.
You got to cover yourself in shit water first, and then
It's
it's
the storm drain. It's not shit water. It's just gross.
yes.
I guess it would depend on where you're at. If it was San Francisco, it would be shit water.
Yes.
But then it'd also be
20% hypodermic needle.
Yeah, in San Francisco, the streets are the same as the sewer.
Yeah, I like it. Sure, you do that.
Excellent.
You want?
All right. So, what are the rest of you doing? So Tyr, what went on is apparently the demon hunter was set up on the street next door, or in the building next door. We ended the last session with you guys hearing a high-powered rifle shot after just being told that, like, hey, yeah, your friend's on the building next door with the high-powered rifle. We figured since he didn't have a beef with you, that was okay. And Nicole, the other hunter, is here, is like, does he know that the demon has protection? And then blam. Turns out that he shot whatever this creature was instead, though.
And did he get a good? Did we question him yet?
No, he's still here. He's slowly putting all the blades back in his trench coat and on his person.
So a good look at it.
Well, your friend tossed it down the drain sewer there.
I mean, has it been raining?
Demon Boy said it was a humming. What did he say it was? Some kind of wizard's pet.
Did that one? I just look at it as, if we mentioned the one guy, I can't remember his name, the vampire dude.
Oh, Rasputin.
Yeah,
that conversation's been going on.
So y'all think he's behind that?
Well, you guys were interrogating someone that you found out was likely eyes and ears for Rasputin and was nothing more than either a flesh puppet or a golem himself, because he didn't react to torture at all. So you are, and that one gave you basically an ultimatum saying, okay, well, accept the offer Rasputin is kindly making in the next 48 hours or not. But as far as you know, like, that was Rasputin's agent. Would he have another one around? Possibly.
Whoever this
and y'all were mentioning larceny stuff. Am I needing to get into something?
Somebody just wanted to know if throwing Clorox on the blood would be enough to disguise if it was human blood or animal blood. So yeah, that's already gone and passed. Tyr was inside, safely inside while this was all going on. But yeah, you guys are all outside now. I mean, Kat, you can go down into the storm sewer and pull the thing up if you want to have a good look at it.
Do we want to move it?
What do you think the local cops are going to do if they find some weird ass fucking?
Maybe we should go down there to examine.
Yeah.
Based on personal experience, probably go mad.
Or shoot me in the ass again. Question: does the regeneration remove the bullet, or is there still a bullet lodged somewhere inside of Cat's body?
Oh no, it would. Yeah, it wasn't a silver bullet, so it just gets pushed out.
Okay,
Yeah.
so there is no. Yeah. So it gets pushed out instead of just getting healed around. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I probably have enough.
I mean, I think it would be cooler, body horror wise, if you had to dig out bullets that get stuck in your body after healing. But there's nothing about that in the system, so I assume it just ejects the bullets.
Okay.
I probably have a big enough medical waste bag.
You have body bags. Let's be real.
We have body bags. We already have things in the butt. Oh God.
I mean, I wasn't hoping to use them, but
we already have at least one thing in a body bag. So
honestly, I thought we were going to have 3 by the end of the night.
Yep. Well, you do still have, actually, if anyone goes to check in on your prisoner after you finished interrogation, it's no longer alive, nor was it human, as it seems to be running like melted candle wax now in the chair.
Damn it.
That's gross.
It smells bad, doesn't it?
It smells real bad. It smells like decomposing rotten flesh.
Yeah. That's just that is cat. That is
That'd be a great commercial for Febreze. Get the
Not the
smell of
worst
human
thing to
decay
smell.
out. Just a few sprays of this.
Oh, nothing gets the smell of human decay out.
Actually, you'd
Yeah,
be surprised.
so it must have been some kind of created object. I mean, looking at like it what it was wearing is still there, but what's puddled inside is just a mix of waxy substance, a little bit of blood. There does look like there's some organs of some sort in there.
Wait. So if we even so with his agent gone poof, even if we were to decide to accept Rasputin's offer, how the fuck would we have told him?
I think it's more like what your actions would be would determine whether or not you accepted the offer.
But I'd be interested in finding out what the hell his terms were. But like, God, I don't know.
Oh no, they were very simple. It just basically let Rasputin's men take over. Oust your current crime boss. Rasputin comes in, sets up office, and from what you understand, it's because the place is full of some kind of potential. He says, "You don't exactly understand that because you're not a mage."
Yeah. Whatever the word quintessence means, Cat's just tried to think about Latin quin. 5, no. Essence.
Yep.
Look, I'm pretty sure it sounds like a perfume, but I'm pretty sure it's not. Like it sounds quintessence by actually I'm pretty certain that there is a quintessence by Chanel.
That would be interesting. But yeah, so that's one thing that may need a body bag to get what's left of it out of here. You have no idea if the DNA will show up as human or not.
I feel like this is something that needs a mop and a bucket at this point. Or a shovel.
Snow shovel and bucket.
Yeah, shovel, bucket, bag.
Shot back.
No,
All right. Are you folks going down into the sewer?
Cat is.
Okay. So Cat, the creature has also started to dissolve, although much more slowly. And it does seem to have actually been integrated with some living parts. Getting a better look at it now, it seems to be an amalgam of, well, it's got a human face, but the body is insect-like or perhaps spider-like. It's hairy. It's got 6 arms/legs, a bloated abdomen, and it's all starting to just putrefy in front of you. The head, though, looks very normal. It's person with, you would say, European features.
Caucasian, male, female.
Sort of, kind of, but that's swarthier kind of Caucasian features.
So Mediterranean.
Yeah, more Mediterranean. Dark hair. Probably in their late 30s.
I'm gonna leave figuring out what to do with this to the professionals. I'd just leave evidence behind.
If you want to get One Eye's guys down here, they'll take care of it.
She's gonna tell them that and go like, yeah, I have no idea what kind of DNA that thing would leave behind either.
Yep. Well, we'll go ahead for a bit here. And Mikhail, you're back after leaving a trail and witnesses all over the place. That a large bear covered in blood, stumbling through alleyways, getting into trash cans, all that stuff. When One Eye's group comes back to you, they tell you that it's taken care of, although it would have taken care of itself. It started to just disintegrate faster. But he's got some pictures, a cell phone, of the thing's face. And it's like, hey, I heard that other hunter out there, or the demon out there, say that it was a homunculus of someone. Homunculus. Look,
homunculus, like the things in Full Metal
Yeah.
Alchemist.
So our lore guy here is saying that this is probably the face of whatever wizard actually sent that thing. And so, like, he'll send over an email with the picture on it. That's probably the wizard's real face. Since
Oh.
the creation is made from his own DNA or his own structure, that's probably his real face.
Oh, that's going to be a pain in the ass. Wait. Genetics. What do you think the odds are that the wizard took a 23andMe test at some point in their life?
Anyway, he tells you like, well, it's all dissolved now. It's all just soup. There's probably not any actual DNA left in there, but I thought you might use the picture. So there you go.
Okay.
Well, can you hack like? Wait, what time? What year is this again?
This
We're
is
in
like
the 80s, or
No, sorry. Go ahead, Kat.
Sorry, never mind.
we're present?
Yeah. Or like last year.
I was
right?
thinking for some reason where maybe just I've got that retro the ghost storyline in my head still. Well, can you like maybe like just have like Google image find and look for the dude's face, like or something to crawl through Facebook or something?
Look, I mean, I probably could set some sort of facial recognition thing up. Admittedly, having it would be, we'd get a lot of returns, but
Yeah, his face wasn't incredibly distinctive.
yeah,
You probably would get hits, but
I mean, you can
it'd probably be
rule out.
many different. Yeah.
I'd
Yeah,
get
you can rule out women, age range, ethnicity.
yeah.
Just an idea.
I just still have the entire middle-aged male population of Greece and Italy and Cyprus and Rhodes and parts of Turkey. Look, I mean it. I mean, hell, it looks like that Greek guy who saves all the dogs. I mean, we're not gonna. It's not gonna be really easy to narrow it down much. Plus, there's also the problem of the false hits on those on any kind of
Kat, what is your score in computers
5.
or technology? 5? Yeah. So the problem being all you have is a face, and he has a very generic face. Yeah, like you can limit the scope. You can even do it by age, but it's going to give you a lot of hits. But still, I mean, a name might be useful out of those hits.
Yeah, I mean, I could set it going.
Yeah.
It's not like.
So, like, if you had more to go on, like his general build, if you had some motion capture of his movements, all of that would narrow it down even further. But unfortunately, all you got's a face, and not even a head, just a face.
Face, not even a head, and
Yeah, like no
dark
back
hair.
of the head. Like it didn't have hair on its head, so you literally
So we don't
just
even
have a
know dark
face.
hair.
Yeah. Yeah, you got the eyebrow hair, and so you can tell it had dark hair, but that's about it.
Yeah, and it's like, well, congratulations, we're going to get every ambiguously Mediterranean man and probably a bunch of other ambiguously ambiguous people. Oh well.
No discernible scars. The teeth were nice and even and straight, which tells you that the guy had like dental work done. But other than that,
tells us he's probably not Greek.
Maybe even tells you, well,
Kat wouldn't know that. John knows that, but yeah. So, well, these are all things that we can narrow down, but Kat will write a program to go do it because we've established that with a 5.5, Kat can just crap out computer programs like there's no tomorrow.
Yep. What does anyone else want to do? So the thing that you threw in the sewers is all decomposed matter. They just basically flushed it down the rest of the drainways. They've cleaned up the slop that was your prisoner that kind of dissolved. They have that in bags, which they're going to run some more tests on that.
What about the guy that Kat landed on?
Okay, so does anybody know Anything about how wizards make one?
No.
Like, do they
No,
have to use their own DNA to make it?
Everyone failed that role, so
Okay.
you got filled in by some of Odin's guys. Basically, yeah, he had to use some of his blood to make the homunculus,
Okay.
whatever.
Yeah, you said 23andMe. I mean, hell, try it.
But you don't have any. You don't have any samples. It all degraded. is
Yeah.
the thing.
Oh, the melted goo isn't
Yeah,
doesn't
it's all
contain
completely
DNA?
degraded.
Mixed blessing. The
I
police
figured it
might
might.
sample it and suddenly us getting charged for murdering some generically Middle Eastern man.
Okay, because I don't remember or wasn't here for that part. Did it attack anybody?
No,
It just got shot. Yeah, while
Okay.
being in the
If
way.
it bit somebody, then maybe you could get sample off that.
no, it was lurking on the warehouse roof, and your demon slayer shot it instead of the demon. As far as the other folks that lived, I mean, basically they're just hired thugs that believe that they're working for a mafia guy that's wanting to take over this area. It's like you got nothing out of them other than like they were paid to come in and cause trouble. They know that their boss's name is Rasputin, that he pays really well. They were all basically they all came from Anchorage, where they were recruited, several weeks ago into this new gang. Drug running is what they expected was going to happen.
Not getting suddenly bounced on by a.
No. No. That is a question, though. What are you going to do with these guys? Can't exactly pound them off on the police or anything. Mikhail, I mean, you might palm them off on your boss.
I think my boss would like to have a word with them.
They did try to murder his daughter, after all.
Yep.
We are not seeing those men again.
Oh,
Yeah, you're
we're not
pretty sure
seeing
that's
all
exactly
of them.
how your boss would handle things.
I hope very incredibly violently.
I mean, they did try and bring his daughter into it, so yeah.
Yeah, and she is.
Child.
Well,
Is there a I mean, I've been working for him for a while now, right?
Yeah.
So do I know like the standard procedure? Like, is there a place I take them to drop them off? Do I call someone to come collect them?
Oh yeah, you take them to the pizza place.
Excellent.
All right. I just want, Mikhail, I want to know, can I order pizza from that place?
Do they turn up in the pizza? No,
Yep.
no, of course not.
Of course you can eat the pizza. We're not cannibals.
so we're not having a Sweeney Todd situation
Yeah.
here.
Okay. I've been watching too many mafia films.
Yeah. Now, you might not want to go to the chicken place down the street, though.
That's just
But
'cause it'll
Mikhail,
give
you were
poison.
also given an ultimatum too. Your boss, he needs to leave town, stop his business in the next 48. You don't know what the or else is, but the deal for everyone to walk away peacefully expires in 48 hours. Minus about 8 hours now.
Yep. Speaking of which, I need to go. I need to go have a talk with my good friend in the basement, and it's not going to be about any Daniel Steele books.
Okay, so you want to go back to the ranch and have a talk with
Yeah. Am I able to? Because I know he has portals around the place. Am I able to actually go through a portal or no?
I don't think he's that comfortable with you yet,
Okay.
but could you? Yes.
Okay. Can I like knock on one and be like, hello?
Yeah, I mean, you know where they are.
Okay.
Sure.
I'm gonna stop for a gift. I'm gonna get a Daniel Steele book that he doesn't have already.
Oh, that's hard. Maybe one of the new fantasy ones that just came out.
Okay. Yeah, I look at it and it's like, oh, it's just came out last week.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, you make some motions, and the portal opens, and he's there. He's like, "Oh, Mikhail, my friend.
Ah, how are you doing, comrade? Can I
I'd be
come
doing
in?
so much better if you just let me out of here."
I know, but you know who my comrades are. You know how they feel, and
Yeah, well, thank you for these sliders. It's very good, very good. It
of
needs a
course,
little
of course.
overdone, but what do you got there? What do you got there?
Ah, I've got a gift for you. I it just came out. I saw it,
Ah,
and I couldn't help but think of you, my friend. I hand him the
hey,
book.
yeah, he looks at it. He's like, "This is a bold new direction for her. She's going into the fantasy now. I don't know. I don't know if she actually wrote these. I have my suspicion that this is kind of like a company name, and she's having someone write these for her.
Ah,
They don't have all
ah,
the charm and the smut of her other ones. It's not quite the
no.
same."
I'm not a huge fan. Honestly, not a huge fan of the high fantasy either. I'm more of a soft magic kind of guy.
Well, he's fantasy. It might be okay. I mean, I'll give it a read. Sit down.
Tell me what you think. I might have to borrow it when you're done.
Yeah.
Um,
So, how those things? Any
well,
closer to letting me out of here? Stretching my legs a little.
well, I've been working on it. I've been talking, inquiring about the ways to safely, you know, help you out. But as I'm sure you're aware, more so than I am, of course, it is a difficult thing to do.
Oh,
Uh,
it's not difficult at all. No, no, just remove the rest of those sigils.
well, I have a question for you, friend.
No.
What can you tell me about Rasputin?
No, he gets a little silent on that. It's like he's not one you want to get tangled up in, my friend. No, no, he's a very bad man. Very bad man.
Can I level with you, comrade to comrade?
No, I don't know. You're a little short.
Ah, you get to me every time. But in all seriousness, it is a little too late for that. Rasputin has decided for me that I am involved.
Oh, he's here. Is he coming
Uh,
here, or he is here?
I do not know if he's here or if he's nearby, but we had a little bit of a run-in. My boss, he's trying to run out of town, and Rasputin tried to kill his daughter tonight.
That is the
So,
way. Killing is easier. The second thing would be to enthrall your boss, make him an offer that he has to accept. It will be his minion from there on. That is how he does things. Many beings owe him many favors and are entangled in such a way that they cannot resist his demands. I was one of those minions at one time until I found a better offer, and it severed my relationship with Rasputin. Though there's still some ties that bind me there. I find that there are certain things I'm still not able to discuss. They're locked away. They're in my brain. I can see them, but if I try to speak of them, the words, they just do not come out.
well, my concern is that he seems interested, and I don't know if he's interested in revenge against you or perhaps putting you back under his thumb. But I believe he knows that you're here.
And I'm sure he does. Yes, this was our final confrontation, was in this building above us here. The library alone would be something he's interested in. We have put up certain seals to limit his access, but any one of his minions could bypass that easily enough. There's many things in this town alone. It is a place rife with power that he could use in a way to expand his influence. Rasputin is not, strictly speaking, mortal. At least not anymore.
Did you ever find a way to stop him, or did you only escape him?
I merely was able to sever my connection to him by accepting. Fealty is not the correct term because I don't really owe anything to the power that rescued me. I simply must. Well, you shall see, my friend, when you release me. You shall see.
I don't suppose you have a pamphlet or a book I could read about it first to know exactly what I'm getting into.
Oh, it's in the histories. These things have happened many times. Master is not even the correct term. It's just the new way of thinking that they follow now. Your history books are rife with people that have accepted this. I look at the plagues, look at the World War One, World War Two, just chaos.
Oh no, comrade! Please don't tell me you've fallen for communism.
No. Communism just creates the chaos faster. You see, it's just it's not a bad thing. You look at me now like I'm some kind of villain. It's not a bad thing. The promulgation of chaos brings new order. It's a refresher, a resetting. I mean, think of how well you did here after World War II. America became very powerful.
Yeah, but I like the world the way it is now. I don't really want to blow it up.
But that's a stagnation, my friend. A stagnation. You must accept chaos now and then to rewrite things, to make things maybe better, maybe worse. It's true. Not always good. Not always good. But different. Different.
Well, I enjoy our talks, comrade. You've given me a lot to think about, but before I leave you and to read your book, and
I don't know, Mikhail, my friend. I don't think you understand. I am not a force of evil, a force of change, a force of destruction, but then rebuilding. My connection to the elder beings is not one of eradication of life here. No, it's change. It's to promote change.
I think the only change that we're looking for right now is the change in Rasputin being alive.
As I said, Rasputin has been alive for a very long time. He's died more than once. And again, while he has immortal form, he's not exactly human. Putting a bullet through his head will slow him down, but permanent death, he does not keep his soul. We'll call it a soul. He does not keep his soul within his body. Unless that soul is destroyed utterly, he will come back. Always he comes back.
And of course, he wouldn't be foolish enough to keep his soul conveniently on him.
Who does that?
It would have to be. I look down at myself and I'm like, okay. And then I look back at him. I don't suppose you know what or where his soul is.
Oh, no, if I knew that, I would not have had to accept my new point of view. I would have been able to get myself out from Rasputin's power on my own motives. I could have hired someone to destroy it. I could have. There are many things I could have done, but no. No, my friend. And I still, Michaela, you will come to understand the changing influence of chaos. At some point, you may need to mature into it, but the world, it is a balance. It is all a balance, you see. The worm, the weaver. the chaos. It all must be balanced. And your world is not balanced right now. It is not balanced.
Well, you speak of balance and you speak of change, but all I hear is change in one direction. What about the other direction?
No, I am a force for change. What that change entails, I don't know. Did you know, my friend Mikhail, that wolf soul that you have, do you know what you were intended for? What the gods, whoever they may be, intended you for? No, I can tell by looking at your eye. You have no idea what I'm talking about. You, my friend, you were created to cull human beings, that they need not be a plague upon this world. That was your mandate. That's what you were created for. And you've done a shit job of it, I gotta say.
In my defense, I was not born like this. I was experimented on.
No. You are kinfolks. Your ancestors had the wolf course through them. Though I see that something has brought it out in you. It's still your birthright. It's still yours. Just likely your sons or daughters would have shown this. You were skipped. Generations are sometimes skipped, but sometimes you can still breed true down the lines. Yes. Anyway, so my favorite author is doing a signing soon. You said you would help me out with that, my friend Mikhail.
It is true. I've been thinking very hard on this, and I have an idea.
Oh.
Do you have a scrying item that I can take with me?
Oh, yes. I've been enthralled about this whole thing that you'll have going now called Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. I think I understand it well enough.
Excellent. So here's what I'm thinking. We are going to get you set up. I'm going to take you with me through the cellular device, the scrying device. I will I will just say that you are an maybe you can help me out with this. You are bedridden, unable to come in person, but that way you can speak with the author herself.
Oh, yes. Here. He rummages through like an old desk and he hands you like an old antiquated Nokia phone. This will work very well. I can see through the camera. You can hear. I can speak.
I flipped the Nokia phone over a couple times. You
It's
know
an
what?
old school flip phone Nokia.
I checked the camera quality.
It's crap, but it works. It's like 2 megapixel.
I'm going to set you up with something better. This is
Oh no. This one is all set up to use my warp so that the signals can transfer anywhere you go. There is small downside though. You have to buy minutes. You need to top up the card. I can't do that.
Oh, that is no problem. I can
Visa cannot verify my address, you see.
That is a damn shame. I will take care of it. Don't you worry.
Oh, yes.
I take the phone. I put it in my pocket.
Mhm.
And very good. Well, you've given me much to think about. You've got a book to read. We will talk again soon. Okay.
Yes. Mikhail, be careful with dealing with Rasputin. Do not ever believe he is a simple being. He works layers upon layers upon layers of obfuscation.
Oh,
But
I
I
saw
will
that
give
movie.
you one thing. He always speaks the truth. He will never lie to you.
I thank you, comrade. Then I will pop back out and go find everybody else.
Okay. So while that was going on, everyone else?
No, we haven't gone poking around that library at any point.
Yep, the tower library. Strangely, everyone keeps forgetting it's there.
Yeah.
Wonder why.
Almost like that's intentional.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would like to check it out.
All right, so you guys are just going to lock up the warehouse basically and leave. There's nothing you really have to. What little blood happened from the combat easily just taken care of. Odin's going to take care of that. So you are also supposed to meet in the morning at the local Waffle House just for a sit rep. They're
Right.
going to do a little digging, talk to you guys about what's going there forward. So you got about 5 hours of downtime before you're supposed to meet at the Waffle House.
Well, I'm not a stranger to all-nighters.
Mm-hmm. All right, so you guys head home. Is that what everyone wants to do? Cat, Tier?
Yeah, Cat.
Yeah, that's fine.
Not much Cat
Okay.
knows to do out.
Hop in the pickup truck and get out to the old
Harvest.
residence where
Pop a few caffeine tablets.
Oh no.
good enough. You open the door to the strains of the opening credits of Dallas playing from upstairs, as it always is, on constant repeat.
That cheese.
Okay.
All right, what do you want to do? So you want to check out the tower?
I do, yes.
Okay, so the tower is not connected to the main building. It is literally a tower to the side of the building. And you do realize that part of you never checking out is like, it takes a lot of intent to even remember it's there. That's part of the warding that you kind of read about to keep people away from it. It's subtle, but concentrated effort that you keep forgetting along the way. It's like, oh yeah, we're gonna go check out the tower. Then it's like, man, I'm hungry. I could use a sandwich. So you take a little break in the kitchen. You make a sandwich. It's like, man, what was I gonna do? Oh yeah, check out the tower. Oh hey, has anyone checked the mail today? Oh hey, here hey, there's someone's trying to find you for auto coverage. Oh wait, I was gonna go to the tower. Stuff like that keeps happening. So I would like all of you guys to make me a gnosis roll, please. This is something you can spend willpower on, but
What
you don't really
difficulty?
need to.
What's the DC or the difficulty?
Difficulty is just 5s, but the more successes, the better.
Am I there to participate in this, or is this just them?
Yeah, everyone's back now. Oh wow, Mikhail's got that pegged. Sorry.
I've been smoking the good weed tonight.
No successes on Cat. So Cat, which is actually fitting for your character's mental state generally. You keep getting sidetracked with stuff, and you just keep forgetting about going to the tower. Mikhail, you're great. Like it's stuck in your head. You do like, hey, I need to check my pot reserves and fill up. Got to make sure I got but we're going to the tower. Connor, 2 successes.
I did spend a point of willpower, so it's 3.
Okay, 3. Yeah, no problem. So you're the same. Like it does. You forget about it for a moment, but then you see it outside, and you're like, oh yeah. Oak, how did Tyr do on that on a gnosis roll?
There was 4.
Oh yeah, you have no problem at all. You're like, what's everybody lollygagging around for? Let's just go.
One of y'all keep forgetting this. It's not hard.
Yep. So the first thing you're presented with, though, is a very solid oak door that's bound in what looks to be copper plating, including where like the keyhole would be. And the keyhole looks a little odd. It actually looks like one of the old style kind of like skeleton keyholes. Like it's big, right?
Mm-hmm.
You also, all of you have just an instinctual. It's like there's a feeling of expectation around it, almost like there's ozone in the air. Like if you were in your wolf form, your hackles would be raised. It's like an expectation of like a predator being near is what it feels like.
All right, so who wants to be the first one to try and open
predator, because you guys are predators. I'm sorry, Connor, you said you want to try and open it?
No, I said, who wants to be the first one to try and open it?
So nobody has a key, by the way.
Mm-hmm. Oh, like there's no door handle at all. Like it's,
No, there's a keyhole, but there's actually no door handle.
Did any of us try the door? I tried the door.
You want to try the door? What
Try
did you roll on that gnosis roll? You got like 3 successes, right?
I got 3 successes. Yeah.
Okay. What do you want to do? Just push on the door?
Is it labeled push pull?
Nope. it obviously opens inwards though. It's just
Okay.
not how it's hinged.
Slides inward.
Yeah, I push it.
All right. Does not open. It does rattle a little. And there's like a definite like an electrical charge that goes through your hand, like you just walked across a wool carpet and touched a piece of metal. It's just a slight discharge.
Is my
Shush
hand
you.
standing up just a little bit?
Just a little bit. I
Okay.
mean, it wasn't. Though it was surprising, but not painful.
Okay. Do we?
But the door is loose, so like whatever the locking mechanism is, it's kind of sloppy because the door is a little loose.
Hey, Tyr, do you know how to open one of these?
Is there any kind of point of a lock on it, or is this just all smooth?
Oh no, there is a keyhole, but it's a big one, like you would use for like an old style like skeleton key. You know, like the big wrought iron keys.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
just have
Like
that style.
I pull out just like a little flashlight or my phone or something. I'm like, these are real easy.
Yeah, and it looks easy too. Like you can see in there, like you can see that it's like a 2-slot tumbler. Assuming you have lock picks, this should be an easy pick.
Yeah, I want to like. This seems too easy though, so I want to like look things over for any kind of booby traps or something.
Sure. Why don't you give me a larceny check? DC 5. Like, yeah, 5s are what you're going for. More successes, the
Would
better.
nimble figures come into this? Or
Yep, sure would. Yep.
Five successes.
nice.
5 successes. Okay. It is a simple lock. Very simple. This is like you could literally pop this with a one of those hair clips. However, you do see that there is a switch of some kind that will be deployed if you are not careful. Like if someone were trying to use the incorrect key, there is a switch
Correct.
inside that will be depressed. You found the switch though, so you can bypass it.
Yeah, I know how to bypass that.
Yeah, with that roll,
Okay,
absolutely.
so I should be able to do this lock super simple, guys. But there's a switch in here to detect if it's the proper key. If I fuck that up, probably a silent alarm.
Oh, okay. So let me back up a bit. It's not that advanced. Like there's a little nubbin that
Okay.
if you were just throwing a quick lockpick in there, you could open it, but you
It's
would
like a separate little
undoubtedly,
tumbler kind of thing. Or
yeah,
something.
you would
Okay,
undoubtedly hit that little nubbin that is a switch. You can tell it's a switch connected to something.
Okay, yeah, I should be able to get this, but there's a chance that something's gonna happen if I screw up. So I would stand back from the door.
Okay. Just give me we'll call this a dexterity and alertness or athletics, whichever is better for you, just to have the steady hand and not hit that little bump. The picking is easy. It's the not hitting that little bump that's the hard part.
And what's the do
5.
I get any? It doesn't lower, or is that low since I know it's there?
Yeah, you know it's there. You just have to have the finesse to not
Okay.
hit it. Yeah,
4.
no problem. You pop it open. The door opens, and it's got stone stairs that kind of spiral up. The ground floor here has a really big desk with all kinds of candles half melted. They're not lit now. There's like a little candle snuffer. There's like a little crystal lighter that's laying on the table there as well. There are 3 whole notepads and an old trapper keeper for GI Joe laying on here. So like this is a work table. The library itself must be higher up though, because that's all you're seeing down here. But as Tyr, you're the first one in, and so the little nubbin actually was just attached to a little clip, a little hook, and you look up and there's literally a pail on a little shelf above the door, and that shelf would have dropped if the nubbin was hit.
Is it or someone here tall enough to kind of get that down safely so we can see what was in it? or if there's anything at all in it.
I would think any of you that are like at least 6 foot tall, or a cat in her glabro could do it easily.
I wouldn't think that this would just be water to piss someone off. I figured maybe be careful. It could have acid or poison or something in it.
Give me just
Probably-
1 second, guys.
Yep.
Okay, you want to
Probably
come out, bud?
tar and feather.
Okay, don't go too far. Oh, buddy.
Dog vomit.
Dog
You
vomit.
know,
All right, so we'll have a moment there. So Cat's still highly distractible, so someone will probably have to retrieve her if you do want her to be tall.
yeah.
The dog wished to be released upon the neighborhood.
Yes.
Okay,
Said,
so-
oh, buddy, I figured there's dog vomit.
No, he knocked over his water bowl in his hurry to get out. And we've got 11 acres around us. He's not going to wander anywhere. All right, Kat, did you want to check out the bucket?
Oh, Cat's still highly distractible and probably.
Well, they roped you along, like
Okay,
yeah.
she's been dragged. She's been dragged
Yeah.
along. So what?
Yeah, once that door is open, like that feeling of it just not existing is gone.
So Cat, being Glabro Cat, go over, look up at the thing.
Yeah, it is a pail, apparently full of water.
Just water.
Apparently water.
You want to stick a pen inside it?
Does it look like water? Does it smell like water?
Looks like water. Doesn't have any particular smell to it at all.
Does it taste like water? Not it.
Cat's the one with the supernatural poison resistance. So we're just gonna do it.
It's water.
It's
Actually, you think it's probably distilled water. It has no taste at all, other than a little bit of metallic from the bucket and having sat here for a while. It's a little
Well,
dust in it too.
Why would somebody set up a trap? That's a prank. That's not a prevention.
I don't know. Is
Is there anything electrical around here or something?
No,
holy
actually,
water's a
you
thing,
don't.
Right?
You don't think this place was wired for electricity, given all the candles that are on the desk.
Okay, yeah, that's odd.
We've talked to him, and he seems like the kind of person to do that.
It's like, I don't know. If holy water's a thing, it could be a bucket of holy water because that's just
Yeah.
water. But
I
if
was going to say.
but why would he have a bucket of holy water set to just dump on? Of course, that's assuming that I have any idea of what's going on here.
Yep.
I don't.
Didn't Mikael share what he talked about with our basement buddy?
I don't know. Have you, Mikhail?
Nah, I have. I told them about the. I told them that I asked him about Rasputin, and that he does not have his soul in his body, and the only way to stop him is to find his soul and kill it. But nobody knows where it is. And I also share that the warning that he is not sinful, and that he always tells the truth. I leave out the Daniel Steele book signing and the Nokia phone. I don't think that that's important, but
It probably is, but
Watch as we end up with some poor, mind-controlled, pent-up, middle-aged housewife trying to get into our basement after that.
honestly, probably the safest thing we're going to
We
go
all
up
know that
against.
Daniel Steele is some kind of supernatural creature in the world of darkness. Nobody
Yeah.
writes that many books in a year.
What is she? She's some kind of chronomancer. Either that or she just has a bunch of little elves chained up in desks underneath her.
Yep.
floorboard.
As far as you can tell, it's a bucket of water. It's been here long enough that some dust has collected into it, and it's acquired the taste of the galvanized steel bucket. But other than that, it just appears to be water.
It's It's water. I don't know why he had water there. Maybe you need water for magic. I don't know.
Well, hey, Tier, you want to check for other booby traps around the area?
And did the stairs go up or down or both?
Just up. There does not appear to be a basement to this structure. Well, as
Yeah.
far as you can tell right now, and
Yeah,
it is
give
a
me-
spiral staircase. So, like, it goes up, but then you can't see around the corner because it goes around a corner.
Yeah, give me about a 20-foot follow in case there is something and I miss it, and I'll start kind of checking my way up, looking for wires or obvious pressure plates or anything like that as I go up.
Okay. So why don't you give me a roll for that? Let's call it. Actually, you know what would be perfect for this? Give me a primal urge roll, as well as your choice of however you want to detect a trap. Do the primal urge first.
Is that on any kind of attribute with it or just by itself?
Primal urge will go with perception in this case.
Okay, and difficulty.
6. 6 is good.
Well, 3 successes.
Okay.
Nice.
Something about the stairwells is raising your hackles, like you're in danger.
I don't know that it's trap. I think it's probably something worse. And Kat, I think you should probably go first, or Mikael. Yeah, I got a real bad feeling.
I hold out a blunt. Would this help with your
Yeah,
feeling?
maybe I just take it and hit it a real deep one. But yeah, one of y'all should go first. One of y'all go first.
All right.
I
But I ask you though. I look you directly in the eye, unsuspecting, unknowing. If you say it's safe, I'll do it.
I
You said it
don't know. I got a bad feeling. I can't tell you it's safe or not, but I know I don't want to go.
Okay,
Not
everyone
first,
back.
at least.
Everyone back up.
here. Let me. I'll go first.
You want to go? Oh, okay. Well, here. Do you? I hold the blunt out to him now.
Hold on.
You want to take a hit first?
I am good. I do have.
Wait.
Sure.
Yes.
Oh. Ha!
Yeah, you don't like the stairs either.
You know what?
I
Let's not go up the stairs.
What do you mean? They're just stairs.
They're bad stairs.
Yeah, right. You feel it?
I'm gonna put 1 foot on 1 step
I'm gonna leave the building.
right.
to prove
So
to them that it's
Mikhail,
not bad.
you're going to put 1 foot on 1 step. Let me ask
Lightning.
you 2 things. First, which step? And you could probably reach the first 2 without having to do any acrobatics to reach it. The second thing is you got back from running around the town in your wolf form, rolled in blood. What are you wearing right now?
Well, I've got my robe back on.
So you're just walking around like the dude.
I'm just walking around
Okay.
like the dude right now.
Okay.
I put my foot down on the first step.
On the first step. Okay. Right. Give me a second.
You guys are a bunch of babies. Foot down.
Yeah, I'm
I
backing
start
up.
leaving the building.
I imagine both of us just start stepping back at the same time.
Mikhail,
Ah,
please take 4 aggravated damage as you step on the first step and a silver spike goes through your bare foot.
Ow.
so is aggravated the X?
It's the 3-way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's
It's
something
the
that
back-
you don't heal quickly from.
Okay.
Unless you've got some kind of gift that makes you not allergic to silver like every other werewolf is.
I don't think
Maybe I
do.
should have gone first because I'm the one that didn't get affected by silver.
Yeah, but that would have gone through your foot.
Pressure plate,
Uh,
and like right in the center of the step, so 3 spikes, silver spikes, just came up out of the step. You got impaled by the middle one, but it looks like if you stepped anywhere except on the very edge of the step, you're going to get hit by one of those spikes.
Okay, here's a question real quick. Is that primal sense, is that due to the silver? And would I
Not
have
for
still
you.
picked up on it?
Not for you, because silver doesn't bother you.
Correct. That's why I was asking if it was the silver kind of causing that sense to go off. Then I
Yeah.
shouldn't have picked up on it.
Yeah, silver wouldn't make any difference to you. Now,
Okay.
the fact that it was a trap and there was a spike there might have.
You don't.
Silver was for me.
And now, just now, real quick before we continue, I think everybody needs to hear this. Oh!
I told you there was something wrong. Didn't we both say? I look at Connor. She's like, didn't we?
Oh, okay.
Pat just is like, Connor, can I move him? Like, get
You
him
pull
off the
your
spike?
foot off the spike, leaving
Yeah,
behind a
pull.
bloody footprint on the step. The spikes go down, and yeah, it's a neat little sheathing that. So like it's a like almost like a spring loaded. It's a mechanical system, but it's very well engineered. So like unless you're really looking for it, you can't even see the line where like the little spring back board is.
That is really well done.
Yeah.
But completely mechanical.
Now, is it all one system or?
I'd like to point out that we currently have somebody with a hole in their foot.
I'm not the
Connor,
doctor.
Yeah,
you have work.
It will heal.
Oh, I'm hopping on one foot right now.
Yeah.
Oh, Cat,
wait,
no,
whoa,
Cat's
whoa,
still
whoa, whoa.
carrying him.
Oh,
She pulled him up
wait.
off of it, remember?
Oh,
Hold
right,
on.
right.
That's not healing. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, it's not healing like you're used to wounds healing at all.
Okay.
Oh.
I'll take care of that
Treat
right
it like
now.
a normal foot. Yeah, no, we're gonna take him down to your office.
I reach into my one of my like inner pockets in my robe, and I pull out a small metal tin case.
Nice. Yeah.
And I crack it open, and that's got that's got some of the best stuff. That's not just
So
the
you
good
just
stuff,
don't
it's
feel
the
the
best
pain.
stuff. And
okay.
I immediately light up.
So the rest of you notice also though that were you wearing like significant footwear, say like the combat boots that Connor's probably wearing as a medical guy, probably wouldn't have penetrated your foot.
Mr. Bare Feet.
God. So the fact that Cat, oh no, she'd have gotten new footwear for Glabro form anyways. So her old shoes aren't relevant.
Patch up your foot.
Come on, we do have a foot to get patched up.
Yeah, you stop the bleeding and all.
Yeah.
Yeah, that takes a
I
moment.
will probably clean out any possible residue out of the foot too, just in case. All right. Get a 50 or a big stick and poke each step.
Wait.
Who's doing that? Connor?
First things first. I want to. Hopefully, it's one big system. I would like to. No. Glasswalker.
Mm-hmm.
Jam technology.
Mm-hmm.
That's delightful.
I don't. Do you know what difficulty would be considered?
Yep, you don't, because you don't know what it is you're dealing with. Although I will say, this would not have jammed the completely mechanical system on that first step.
This will jam technology will work on a knife.
Yep.
Well, that's when they say knife, they mean a fairly sophisticated
Switchblade.
push switchblade sort of thing.
So something with 2 moving parts. Wow.
Tension screw springs. That's more complicated.
It says knives won't cut.
No, it's just the cutting edge of the knife. It's
Yeah.
not jagged. Yeah.
All
No,
right,
it's
fine.
just any man-made
that's fair.
object.
Sure. Okay. Go ahead and make the roll then, and let me just see what you roll. I'm not going to tell you what the difficulty is.
Fair enough. That is fair enough. I'm assuming unwavering logic or auto repair would not factor in.
No.
I'm just gonna say difficulty 5, just because roll.
Okay. You use your right. Now what?
Gonna get a stick. I'm going to poke the first step, and then just kind of poke each step as I go up, not trusting that it's gonna work on everything.
Okay. Everything seems so. Like one of the steps, like the third step, there is kind of like something there. Like you can tell that the step you hit it with the stick. It's just like maybe an inch up from the base, but it looks like your jam power is keeping it from going in.
Okay, I'm still gonna do that with every step because.
Okay. So you make it to the next area by the height of the tower, and for how far you go up, you figure that there's 3. The basement area, if you want to call it that you came in. There's a mid area, and then there's the final room at the top. So this room is lined with bookshelves. There's modern textbooks on everything from biology to agriculture to like it's just an entire room of reference books, including like let's say like an entire encyclopedia set. 2001 is about the last time they actually did full runs, I think. So like the most recent full encyclopedia set there, but there's nothing esoteric other than there's some Latin medical books. There's some books in Greek that look like medical treatises as well. So they're old, but they're not tomes. At least they're not mystical tomes. There are file folders here. Like there's a cabinet just full of folders of notes. And just looking through it quickly, just like somebody was like working out like bird migrations for the birds in this area, the predominance of certain animals in this area. Like someone was like overtime, just kind of keeping track of what was coming in and out of this place. But again, nothing really esoteric at all. So you make it up to the top, Connor. What are the rest of you doing? And you probably call down. So there were 2 places where there's something kinky going on.
Yeah. If anything, it would if I had thought of it, I would have brought chalk with me just to mark the steps.
Can you show me the ones you're finding?
I'll tell you which steps.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I'll try to. I want to look the areas where the spikes come up. I'm hoping that if he missed one and I don't find one, I'm going to try to step where the spikes aren't.
Yeah.
Like if it's along the edge, like between the wall and that, or wherever.
So he identifies the other 2 steps, at least to this landing, that have something weird about them. And they are designed that if you walk on either the far edge of either the close edge or the far edge, you won't trigger them. But they are not the same kind of, like the next one up, there seems to be some kind of gear. You've got a flashlight, right? You've got like a little,
cell phone.
So it's a little plunger gear that looks like it acts as a bellow, and you see a hole on the wall. It's designed to blow something out of that hole, but
Like a dart
it's
trap or
not
something.
got a lot of force, so it's not a dart because it only goes down. It only depresses like an inch at the most. And if you look at it, the hole is kind of ringed with some kind of powder.
I'm gonna see. You said there was like a snow. Are there candles around here?
Yeah, there's candles downstairs on the desk.
I'm gonna go get some of the candles and kind of melt it, and then try to carefully with a rag stuff. Or
Yeah.
no, I'm gonna take 2 candles. I'm gonna hold one up to the hole and the other one underneath it to kind of start melting as I'm pushing it into the hole.
Yeah. Make me a perception alertness roll while you're doing this.
Perception 6,
6. Yeah, standard.
3.
You smell garlic.
Werewolf,
Um,
vampire.
silver for us, my friends. I'm gonna lick my pinky and I'm gonna touch
It's
a little bit
garlic
of it.
powder.
This is just garlic powder. And
Vampire.
as I'm starting to push that in, and I just stop, and I'm like, "Hang on!" And then I'm still gonna step back a little bit, and I'm just gonna lean back, and then I'm gonna step on the pressure plate.
Yeah, it doesn't move because of his right. So no amount of weight's gonna make it go off. But like you can figure it out. It's a simple bellows. It just forces the powder out of the hole, and it would hit about head height for someone that was between like 5.5 to 6 feet tall.
Okay, so okay, silver, garlic. What other bad things in movies? We got werewolves.
Oh,
And I'm just kind of
holy
like
water.
shaking my head when I say that. We got garlic. I'm gonna start checking the other one. I'm gonna look for anything that looks like maybe above, like to drop.
Well,
That's
there's
what the water was.
the third
Wait.
step.
That water. Bring that with us. That's holy water. That bucket's holy water.
Definitely holy water. Yep.
Yeah.
I just
So what else is there? I'm gonna check the next trap or
Okay. Yep.
stair.
Give me just one
Cold
second.
iron.
I don't know. Is cold iron a real thing? I always thought that was just D&D. Yes, I played in high
It's
school.
for
Well, it's a
it's
real
for like
thing.
fairies.
I believe cold iron. I have to double check. I believe it has impurities.
Yeah, so you find the next step is essentially the shotgun shell that is in the wall about around where your knees would be, lower legs would be, and it's a very simple mechanism that just hits the pin on the shotgun shell.
Can I remove the shell?
Yep, iron. It's iron shot.
Yeah. Here, is anybody got a shotgun?
I mean, there's probably some in one of the cabinets around here.
We can get one quite easy.
Okay, I just put it in my pocket.
Yeah, there's shotguns and rifles aplenty in the main house, but yeah, it's filled with iron shot.
So let's see. Cold iron.
So we got demons, we got vampires, we got werewolves,
I thought iron was for fairies.
fairies. Okay.
We can also
I mean,
be
if
for
we're going off of D&D, which is my knowledge base for that that,
Well, I know some demons for
I
some
played
stuff.
back in high school. This is the first time I've had a character who actually ever played tabletop games.
Nice.
As I sit here doing it at a much higher level than she
So
did.
the stairs do go up for one more flight of stairs, but again, this research level here that seems to be full of just normal scholarly textbooks, but it would take some time to go through them all if you were trying to find anything suspicious, hidden, etc.
Yeah.
But that's what it appears to be. It's a old school research by paper. There actually is a small like card catalog here too, like old school card catalog as to what's on the shelves.
I'm like 19. What is this crap?
Yeah. Do we what?
Kat is
Dewey
literally
Decimal
just old enough to
System.
have been taught. Like 1 year younger, and she would not have learned about the Dewey Decimal System.
Connor has done medical studies.
Yeah, you would have to know about it because yeah.
So
So the decimal system tells you that all the books here have to do with natural sciences, material sciences, and some on physics.
Well, if you're gonna to check through this for now.
Do remember that you probably at this point have about 3 hours before you need to be at the Waffle House, which is not far from here. But
Yeah, and
I
we
guess
still probably need to get Mikhail in a boot so he's not walking on a foot with a hole in it.
it's already in a boot. Yeah, he stopped complaining after a while.
after the weed hit, now he doesn't feel anything. He's fine.
So that's definitely silver.
All right. So what are you guys doing? We got about 10 minutes left in the evening too. So yeah.
I
Let's
don't
start searching
think-
this area.
You
Yeah,
want to
we'll
search this area? Spend some time in here?
hour,
Okay.
hour and a half.
All right. So if everybody's searching,
Yeah.
so it's a foregone that you will or won't, depending, find things. It's how long it takes you to find them.
Yeah.
So why don't all of you guys give me either a perception and investigation roll or a perception alertness roll. The investigation is you're doing it methodically. You're going shelf by shelf looking for anything odd. The perception alertness is what stands out, what doesn't look right.
DC 6 or
Yes, DC 6 will work. The more successes
Then-
you get, the lower the amount of time
Got
it
3.
takes.
Spending the willpower. So I didn't botch because I
Yep.
spent the willpower. That's all I can
Everything
say.
looks completely normal to you. Let's see,
Cool.
Connor. Wow.
We got a
Mikhail
3 and
does
2
well.
4s.
Connor does well. What was yours, Oak?
3.
3. Yeah, okay. Yeah, Kat, your eyes just glaze over. It's all boring topics to you.
She's been off the ADHD meds for a couple weeks now because she hasn't figured out that she's just going to have to get them on the black market yet.
Okay, here's what you find, and you do find it fairly soon, given how many successes some of you got. So everything here is as it looks. These are all normal scholarly books. What you find, though, is that there is an extensive mineral survey done for not just this land. Someone had, over many years, done a mineral site survey for the entire town. And looking at it, it is unreal what the town is sitting on. It's like it's not even physically possible. Like everything you can think of. You found the lithium. Well, there's also cobalt, copper, silver, gold, oil. The place is loaded with everything that would translate into a lot of money these days. And does anybody have like an academics of at least 3? Anyone?
Just short.
No, nobody call America and let them
Yeah,
know this is
0.
here.
Well, if anybody has an academics, you have to have it though. You
have
can
one.
go ahead and roll intelligence and academics.
She has an academics of 1.
Right.
And
You can roll it, but it is difficult because you just haven't had enough book learning for you guys. But those
Yeah.
of you who have it can roll. It is an 8 for a success though.
Would Cat's habit of stuff with lateral problem solving apply?
No, not really. This is something
Okay.
you would have had to have read somewhere.
Okay, so
Yeah, I have trivia and ethics.
spending a point of willpower.
Okay.
And again, Cat would have botched if I hadn't spent the point of willpower. This is just not her
Oh
night.
wow, Connor hits it, which makes sense though. Yeah, Connor, this isn't possible. Like it's literally not possible.
Yeah.
Some of these things are never found together in nature.
Some weird magical mumbo jumbo would have to happen for this to be possible.
Of course.
You know, saying it out loud, that's definitely what's going on, isn't it?
Yep. You've also gotten enough successes to know that like it's also impossible that given the technology of the modern day that this has gone unfound by anyone else. And yet no one's putting up oil rigs here, no one's digging for gold here.
You know, if anyone did a soil sample, they would have found all this.
So what's up? What's going on? Why hasn't anyone taken to exploiting this incredible amount of mineral wealth?
Yep.
Because the government is such good people.
This is also documented over a period of a couple of decades, actually, at least 20 years. Looking at it, all the studies were done. It also looks like they were trying to obfuscate what they were doing, because some of the studies were gotten from like site surveys for ecological issues if something were to be built on this site. Some of them were surveys for like if we were going to turn this into a dump for X materials, like if we were going to put a what are they called? It's not a garbage dump, but you know, where the landfill. Like if we were going to put a landfill here, what would be the ecological impact? So there's a lot of impact studies, as well as some were like, oh, we want to drill a well for water. Let's see what's, you know. So all of these over a long period of time have been collected from various points all around the city.
And all of them are studies that aren't looking for minerals, they're looking for something else.
Yep.
So if you go looking for minerals, the minerals don't show up. But if you go looking for not minerals, they're there.
Yeah. Apparently like so he got like the printout, right? And he's able to go through and figure out, okay, that on the scope means this. So that's what's here. You know, that's not what he was looking for. So the people that he paid to get it surveyed wouldn't pay any attention to that either, because that's not what they were paid to find. However, it's in the report if you dig. So
it's just
there you go.
And were these just gotten from a variety of sources, or was he commissioning
many?
some of these?
And he's never used like a very big company. They were all small companies.
All small companies, ones that wouldn't have. And are there any like reports that were actually done as mineral surveys that are showing up?
Only on this property. Only on this property.
Only on this property.
Yep. And apparently there's a big tin reserve. What do you call it? It's not actually called tin. I forget what it's called in the natural state. But anyway, that's here. And there were signs that there were some lithium. But apparently they weren't looking in the right space, because you guys found a huge amount of it. They just found trace amounts of it.
So they found trace amounts of lithium after mining out the tin.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
And I'm guessing that tin mine is now played out and abandoned.
Well, that's what's the hole underneath the structure of the house is. That's the mine under your house.
Oh, so they found tin and then
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Some silver, but a lot of tin.
So was that how the family made the fortune way back when?
Yeah.
Was just a tin mine? Okay. Yep. And I mean, then of course they would have looked at lithium and been like, what the fuck is this? They didn't know what to do with lithium back then.
Yep. All right, so we'll pause it there for the night. You found some just very non-occult but interesting information that should really be physically impossible for all of these things to appear in this one city, and no one have exploited it at this point. So yeah, we'll end it there for the night. And guys, if any of you missed the post, I'm gonna do this every other week, so to make sure we do play and things don't crop up in my life that cause it to not happen, but that will at least ensure that we do play.
All right.
Knocks on wood.
Yeah. So it'll be not next Saturday, but the Saturday after. Gives you guys some things to think about, and then you've got the last level of the tower to look at. Yeah.
Go.
Yeah, there we go. All right. Oak, you want to throw out anything there that you're
So
playing
if
tonight?
you want to join us here in about 30, 45 minutes, we'll be kicking off some homebrew D&D on Twitch, Rumble, and YouTube and Kick, depending on your flavor of choice. And we'll play again Friday and Saturday nights, midnight Central as well. So come join us.
Yeah, sounds good. How about you, John? You got anything?
Let's see. Check out Teenage Odyssey from Gribbon. Not Gribbon. Perhaps sorry. Brain words from
Canon Honor.
Thank you, Bert.
Yeah.
It's like it's there. I know what it is, but I can't make it translate from words in brain to words in mouth. So check out Teenage Odyssey for it. It's really awesome.
RPG Overviews did a segment on it on YouTube either yesterday on
That's
Teenage
Chuck's
Odyssey.
game, isn't it?
It's
Yeah.
Chuck's game. Sure enough. Nick, Slumber, you guys got anything?
I play in Oaks games.
Yeah, Slumber's Tuesday and Friday, and Nick is Saturday.
Nice. All right. Well, if you found us, you know where we are, but go to BlueMagik.com. You'll find all of our social media links there, including our Discord channel where you can come and hang out and talk shop with all of us. Next thing coming up. I'm not sure what we're doing this Friday. We've got 2 of our regulars down, so certainly not going to be Bloody Appalachia. We may do something. We may take it off. Not sure yet, but the next thing we'll do on this channel Saturday should be some Cyberpunk Red, and Sunday we should be play testing some Weird Frontiers, a new module that will be released shortly. So there we go. Say goodnight, everybody.
Good
Not everybody.
Good night,
Hi, everyone.